Hey guys, G-Shot007 here, bringing you my PS2 collection. I've been collecting PS2 games for over 10 years, since 2003. So this is what I've been able to accumulate in the past 10 years. Now, my collection does look rather underwhelming, but this is mostly stuff I bought as a kid. So this is going to serve pretty much like a retrospective as well as a collection video. So without further ado, let's get started with over here. We'll start off with Yugioh Gx, the beginning of Destiny. By default, it's the best Yu-Gi-Oh game on the PS2 because it's actually based on the card game, unlike the gimmicks we got in that one capsule game and as well as Duelist of the Rose. So by default, it's the best Yu-Gi-Oh game on the PS2. My only complaint is that it is long and tedious. Other than that, it's a pretty solid game for a Yu-Gi-Oh game. I forgot this show existed. SD Gundam Force Showdown. I used to like the show back when I was a kid, but nowadays I fucking despise it. It's a horrible, horrible show. Never, ever touch this show, no matter how hardcore of a Gundam fan you are. The game, I don't really like it. I think it's kind of bad. You get to play as Captain Gundam, Zero the Wing Knight, Bakuretsumaru, and you fight off this enemy that looks like mobile suits from Victory Gundam, and it's just not a good game. It's very linear, very just ugh. Sonic Heroes, the first Sonic game I bought, and it was back in 2005, so we're going on a decade. Back then, I liked the game. Nowadays, I think it's a decent Sonic game, you know. It's not the best in the world, but compared to the shit we would get later with Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic 06, this is a gold mine compared to those two pieces of shit. Mega Man X Collection. I love the Mega Man X games. I love them a lot. Especially X4. That's my favorite game in the series, as well as one of my favorite games of all time. This game comes with 5 really great games, a very shitty one, and then one bonus game. The bonus game is basically a Mega Man racing game. I thought it was okay. X1 through X5 were really great games. Really, really great games for me. The 6th game, Mega Man X6, garbage. The level design was lazy, the bosses were ridiculous, X sucks for no reason whatsoever, and Zero is the best character in the game. So, if you're ever going to play through that diabolical piece of shit, play through it as Zero. Don't play through it as X. X sucks in X6. Believe me, he sucks big time. Mega Man X8. The reason why I don't own X7 is because I've heard how bad the game was, and I heard it's one of the most notorious games of all time. X8, on the other hand, I like this game. I really love this game a lot. It's a great send-off to the X series. So if you're a fan of PS2 games, and if you're a fan of Mega Man X, particularly, get Mega Man X8. It is a great game and a great send-off. Gundam Encounters in Space. My favorite Gundam game of all time. I love the gameplay. Love how they got the Gundam music in there. I really love the stories were really great, you know, everything about this game was pretty good to me. It was a really solid Gundam game. So I highly recommend it if you're a Gundam fan. Dynasty Warriors Gundam 2. I fucking despise this game. The friendship system kills this game for me. That friendship system is so heavy because with that friendship system, you need to like get certain people's friendships so you can unlock certain missions and whatnot. And it's just fucking awful. Hated this game. I don't even care if it has more content than the original. It's just not a good game to me. I don't like it I don't really like it at all. It's garbage to me. Federation vs. Zeon. I think it's a pretty great Gundam game. It's my first Gundam game on the PS2, and I think it's really good. I like the mission mode a lot. I like how it kept some of the music from the original series. It's just a really great Gundam game to me. Really great. Battle Assault 3 featuring Gundam Seed. I played through the first Battle Assault game on PS1. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Battle Assault 2, I have seen gameplay of that, and it looks like a really great game. But Battle Assault 3, very underwhelming. I didn't really like it at all. Not because it's based on Seed, but it's because, I don't know, the voice acting sucks in this game. And it's not as exhilarating as the games before it. The only like alternate universe Gundams that are in this game are the ones from Endless Waltz and G Gundam. That's it. Everything else is Seed. Not that I'm not bothered by it, it's just kind of underwhelming to me. A really underwhelming game. Gundam Seed Never Ending Tomorrow. Basically, it runs on the Encounters in Space engine, but I feel like it's nerfed in a sense. I didn't really like this game that much. I'd rather play Encounters in Space. Again, it's not because it's Gundam Seed, it's because I don't like the game that much. I just don't. I didn't think the gameplay was all that great. Mobile Suit Gundam Zeonic Front. This game is awesome to me. It's really unique. It's basically a strategic game where you plan out your missions, you plan out your strategies and how to go through the missions without getting anybody killed. Really creative, really interesting game to me. Very unique compared to the other games on the PS2. So I highly recommend Zeonic Front. It's a rather interesting game. Gundam vs. Zeta Gundam. I know a lot of people despise this game. I'm like one of the only people that actually likes this game. The content, there's a lot more content than Federation vs. Zeon. There's actual legit music from the Gundam shows, which is mind-blowing to me. And it actually has all the voice actors too, so it's really good. I think it's a good game, you know. I will admit the history mode sucks. It's very repetitive, but I think the gameplay itself was solid enough to redeem that in a way. But I thought it was really good. I think it's a pretty underrated game to me. Transformers the game. It's okay. You know, I thought it wasn't that bad. I liked the open world feeling of it. I thought it was okay. I thought it was an okay game, you know. Just like the movie, I thought it was just average. Revenge of the Fallen. I barely played this game, and for what I remembered, it sucks balls. Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. This game is actually pretty good for its time. Nowadays, it's definitely not a really good game, but for a Star Wars game, I thought it was alright. Star Wars Battlefront 2. Awesome Star Wars game. The best Star Wars game ever, in my opinion. Really love this game a lot. It sucks that it took us 10 years to actually get a sequel to this game, but you know what? I guess it's worth it in the end. I hope EA doesn't fuck it up, though. That's what I'm hoping. I hope EA doesn't fuck up Battlefront 3, because if they do, holy shit, Star Wars fans will be pissed off. But Battlefront 2, though, I thought it was a really great game. Snoopy vs. the Red Baron. This is a game I got as a kid for the sole fact that I'm a fan of Peanuts. You know, I like Peanuts. But here's the interesting thing about this game. Guess what it's made by? Bandai Namco. Yeah, Bandai Namco basically made or published a Peanut game. That, to me, is mind-blowing. But, yeah, I think this is a pretty cute, pretty charming game, you know. I thought the game was pretty good, you know. It's a great, solid flying game. I really think it's pretty good, you know. I like it. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. This is basically a really bad Super Smash Bros. Clone. I didn't really like it at all. You basically buy this game because you like the show. That's basically my mentality when I first got it. That's because, you know, it's based on the show. But really, not that great of a game. Simpsons Hit and Run. The best Simpsons game ever made. To me, at least. I really like it. You know, it's during a time when I was really big into Simpsons. So yeah, I thought this game was really good. Call of Duty Finest Hour. This is, to me, one of my favorite Call of Duty games. It's the first Call of Duty game I ever played, and I really like it. I love the World War II atmosphere. I don't know what it is about me in World War II. I'm just fascinated by World War II. I don't know, just me. But I think Finest Hour was a really good Call of Duty game. The campaign, to me, really good. Really, it's very meaningful and whatnot. Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1, my favorite Call of Duty game of all time, personally. I love the campaign. The campaign is one of my favorite campaigns of all time. I just love this game. I don't know what it is about it, but I really do like this game a lot, too. Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2. Really great Dragon Ball Z game. I kind of liked it a bit. Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. My favorite Dragon Ball Z game ever. Really love the gameplay. Huge improvement over the second game and the first game. Really great game to me. Really great. My favorite Dragon Ball Z game ever. And yes, I have played more of the recent stuff, but I didn't really like them that much. Smackdown vs. Raw. Most of this Raw is basically going to be WWE stuff, because I was a huge WWE fan back then. So, yeah. Smackdown vs. Raw. I remembered a bit of it. It was okay. Yeah, I didn't really like it that much. Smackdown vs. Raw 06. Again, it's another game. I didn't really like the gameplay all that much, but for what it was, I thought it was okay. SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, my favorite game, my favorite WWE game on the PS2. Really like it a lot. You know, there are some improvements compared to the other two games, so I like this gun. I like this game a lot. It's worth noting that this was the final game Chris Benoit was featured in before he did the whole double murder-suicide fiasco in 2007. So, yeah. SmackDown vs. Raw 08. Very underwhelming to me. 09, it was a good game. And 010, I thought it was a good game. Legends of Wrestling, I thought it was really forgetful. I didn't really like this game that much. So yeah, I already talked about that game. Sly Cooper 1, 2, and 3. You guys already know what I think about this game. If you haven't watched my PS3 collection video, go check that out because I'm probably not going to explain myself again. All I'll say is that they're really great games. Ed and Eddie Mishead Adventures. Yes, they actually had a video game, folks. But I basically bought this for the sole fact that it was Ed and Eddie because I fucking love the TV show. It's my favorite American cartoon of all time. The game, though, now looking at it, it sucks. Big time, it sucks. There is some funny stuff about it. I like the one level where Eddie eats the Jawbreaker and it makes his head go all green and large, and it was funny. But aside from that, I thought the game was Star Wars Starfighter. Pretty solid Star Wars flying game. You know, I kind of liked it a bit. SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. This is actually one of the first games I got for my PS2 because this was back when I was really into SpongeBob because, you know, I was a little kid. But I thought this game, even today, I think this game is still pretty fun to play, believe it or not, because I think the gameplay is rather solid for a cartoon game. It was a really pretty fun game to me, you know, even today, which is surprising compared to some of the shit we get today when it comes to cartoon tie-ins. Lego Star Wars video game and Lego Star Wars video game 2. I thought they were okay games. Back in the day I used to like them, but now I'm just, you know. I'm not a big fan of Lego games anymore. Just not. Shadow of the Colossus, love this game. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I highly recommend playing it. It is a very unique experience for me. King Kong. This is basically the game that's based off the Peter Jackson movie that came out 10 years ago. I thought this game was pretty fun. You know, I like the gunplay of Jack's levels, and I like the beat 'em up of Kong's levels. So, really solid first-person shooter / beat 'em up. Killzone. I already talked about this game in my PS3 collection video. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance was an okay fighting. It was an okay Mortal Kombat game, not the best though. Jak and Daxter. Already talked about this. Ratchet, Deadlocked. Compared to the first 3 games, this was very underwhelming. I didn't really like it that much. Spider-Man, the video game, I thought it was a really good game, you know. But personally, I like the PS1 game the most. That game is awesome. I own the second game on the PS2, but I don't really know where it is at the moment, so yeah. Godzilla Unleashed. I also own Godzilla Saves the Earth somewhere, but PS2 version of Godzilla Unleashed is basically the Saves the Earth engine, but laggier. I don't really like this game. I recommend the Wii version if you're a Godzilla fan. Spider-Man 2 the game, again, don't know where the disc is because if you open this up, nothing there. I put it somewhere because this case sucks. You know, it's really bad. Atari Anthology, this is basically a set of Atari games. Pretty interesting if you are an old school gamer. And The Sims 2, I don't even know why I own this. So that's basically my PS2 collection. I really want to get back into PS2, honestly. I really want to start playing the games I missed out. So, for those of you who are PS2 gamers, or own a console, or own particular games, recommend stuff to me. Let me know what games I should probably get for the PS2, you know? Because I really want to get back into collecting PS2 games. I don't know, I'm starting to have a taste for PS2 games again. So, people down below, I mean, ask me away. Recommend me stuff, you know? But that's basically all I gotta say. This is G Shadow 007. Catch you later.